Checkarino. I think you guys can hear me. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Red Seat live stream. My name is Corbin. Who do we got in the chat this evening? Also, thank you very much for clicking on this one. I don't know if I said that already, but I'm going to say it again just in case. We got Mr. Money Mike Madness, of course. Spencer's in the building. Dennis is here. Mr. Crutch, Dr. Crutch. My apologies, sir. Lawson, Brent, Eric is in here, and angry about the amount of people that are in here, even though it's just the beginning of stream. What's up, Griffin? Beantown is in the building. What's going on? Versatility? Versatility's here, kind of. What's up, Courtney? What's up, Bob? How you doing? How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, what do we think? Little $10 super chat from Mike to start it off. He said, "What's up?" You know how I know that? I don't know that from the commercial. I know that from the not Scream, Scary Movies. Jeremy, what's going on? You guys like the new digs in the background here for the next month? We're gonna hold on to these for the next month, I think. But we got Willie Abreu, say Don Rafaela. Which one do you guys like more? I think I like the Venezuelan one, dude. I low-key think I like the Venezuelan one. New Scary Movie looks funny. Dude, I've seen some interesting things about it. Maybe I'll check it out. You like what I saw today from Tolle? Dude, I was actually going to start off, and this is not an exaggeration, baseball. I was going to start off the stream by talking about how good Peyton Tolle looks. I think we're going to talk about this tomorrow. I am going to make a case tomorrow in my video that Peyton Tolle should start the year in the Red Sox bullpen. I think that's what I'm going to do. Venezuela for sure. Yeah, I like Venezuela's got the better colors, 100,000%. Like the dark red and yellow with the blue like lining, it's sick. But I will say there's some sort of like, I don't know if it's classiness or not, but like the Kingdom of the Netherlands with the crown and say Don on the back, pretty clean. What's up, Green Monster? How you doing? Yeah, Tolle looked different today, man. I wonder, I think we can go to Baseball Savant, pull it up. I think, let me see. Dude, Venezuela lost 0-2 to the Washington Nationals today. We don't talk about it, Chad. We don't talk about it. Yeah, we can actually look at this. Ah, man. I love that they have StatCast for spring training games now, because ultimately spring training games, they really don't mean anything. But it is fun to take a look at it. 3 contenders, it's official for the bullpen. Yeah, man, I'm really like, again, tomorrow, and we'll talk about it a little bit today, just because you guys are in the live stream and you guys deserve a little something special. But yeah, I look at Tolle and I'm like, man, like I get it. You want to keep him stretched out as a starter, like you want to have that doing, you know what I mean? Like you want that pipeline going. But there have been examples of players who have started in the bullpen and made their way into a rotation later in their career, like even like a year or two later, and have been really successful. So people aren't tolerant of other cultures in the Dutch. Oh man, what's that from? Is that Airplane? You see that Brandon Rodgers most likely out for the season? I did. It's unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate. I feel bad for him. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on it, just because, you know, it's not something that, like, I don't know. It's not something that's going to affect the team too much. Am I still thinking Venezuela's going to win it all? Yep, that's me. I think it's from one of the Austin Powers. Ah, it was close. I knew it was from one movie like that. Anyways, so this was Peyton Tolle's day today. Be helpful if you guys actually saw it. Oh, here's today's thumbnail. There it is. All right, so here's where it was at. Couple of walks mixed in there. Overall, I would say pretty good, right? I think one of the bigger ones I'm looking at is whiff rates here. You got a bunch of whiffs, right? It was 7 whiffs. It was 37% of the pitches he threw were whiffs. I think that's pretty solid, in my opinion. Spin rates, what's interesting to me is that a lot of the spin rates, like, I mean, these aren't like, if we're talking spin rates, I'm not totally, concerned about any of this, considering it's spring training, obviously. So I'm not going to dive too deep into it. But, like, you look at some of this and it's like, all right, Like you could see that, the velocity. Also, what are we doing? 96 miles an hour on the changeup? Wait, what? Is this percentile? No, these are actual velocities. The velocity was solid. I don't know. I like it. I like what Peyton Tolle's doing out of the bullpen, man. I honestly think he looks better out of the bullpen than he did out of the rotation earlier. Could Noah Song be a reliever? I don't know that Noah Song is going to be a reliever this year. I mean, maybe at some point. He's been struggling. He was struggled a bit last year in minor league baseball, so we'll see. He catches a sinker as a changeup. So that's what I was thinking. Like, dude, 96 on the changeup would be crazy. And it does kind of, I don't know, this specifically lines up pretty well. I personally, I really like it. I really like what he's done here. I think the whiffs are the big things for me. His pitches are moving a bit more horizontally. Nothing crazy, right? Again, I'm not going to dive too deep into this. But I do think that, I sit here with Tolle, and I think to myself, okay, right? Okay. I understand that they want to play this guy as a starter, and I totally understand why they want to keep developing as a starter. But at the same time, too, I sit here with guys and they've been mentioned in the chat a little bit already, and I'm going to mention a few more of them as we kind of go through the video tomorrow. But it's you saw Sale come out of the bullpen. You saw Crochet come out. The White Sox have done a good job being able to do that. So I don't know. Maybe it's something. And the Red Sox, there have been guys in the Red Sox bullpen too who've done it as well. Bayo came up, his first appearances were out of the bullpen. I don't know. I sit here with this and it's okay, yeah, I get the pipeline needs to be solid, but you could absolutely see that sort of transitional period where for a year or even a half a year or whatever, he's a bullpen arm. And then by the time you get to next season, maybe then he's able to make a push to the rotation. Is Duran really Mexican? I mean, yeah, his dad's Mexican, I think. What happened to Chris Murphy? He got traded this offseason. Who did he go to, chat? Tristan Gray went to the Twins. Brandon Bernardino went to the Rockies. Who the hell did Chris Murphy go to? White Sox? Yeah, that makes sense. White Sox sounds right. I think White Sox is the right answer there. Braden Ward kind of reminds you of James Tibbs. I don't know, dude. Braden Ward's solid. I have a hard time figuring out where the Red Sox are going to put Braden Ward. What are you going to do with him? He's who he is? He's Trace Thompson from last year. We'll make a video about him. How do you spell Braden Ward? Braden. Is that it? Braden Ward? That looks right. Yeah. He looks like a dog so far this spring for sure. An absolute dog so far this spring for sure. Kind of crushed it in AAA last year too. But okay, what does he play? Center fielder, left fielder, second baseman. I just don't see where you fit him into the roster unless the Red Sox for some reason decide that he's the utility guy you're looking for, even though he can really only play a little bit of second base here, mostly just outfield. How many left-handed outfielders do you have? How many? You've got what? 3 already. Yeah, 3. Potentially 4 if you want to include Massa into this, which I wouldn't, but he's there, right? If he was right-handed, I'd say, okay, well, maybe we can have a conversation about it. But the fact that he's a lefty, he's been really good this spring. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely turning heads, but he's got absolute demon speed. And again, you go back to, okay, he was an absolute dog in AAA last year in 44 games, right? 331, 440, 446, 17 homers. Is that homers? No, that's doubles. I'm an idiot. Only 2 homers. I don't know. He'd be good for Worcester, then we'll come up when we need him. Yeah, that's kind of so again, I sit here and Pick has been a member of this channel for a full 6 months, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get some claps in the chat? Yeah, so like this screams Trace Thompson to me. Where last year it was like, oh, is this guy gonna make a push for the opening day roster? And it's like, yeah, he's doing well, but ultimately you're gonna want to go with the higher ceiling talent, right? Say Don, Willier, Roman, Jarren. They're all higher ceiling guys. So I don't know. As much as I like him, I just don't know like what, as impressive as it is, what it's going to end up looking like in the long term. But again, you talk about it like he's essentially facing double A pitching right now. But you look at it, it's like, okay, you get to, June or July or whatever, and a little bit of an injury here, and it's like, okay, who do we call up for a weekend? Maybe he comes up for a weekend, and that's somebody you're able to know, Yeah, Meek, I'm working on it. I was trying to get something from the company. It's not working. It's still not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send you some Red Sox stuff, and we'll call it even. But I'm going to give him like a couple more days and see. What about military veteran Noah Song? Yeah, it's another guy where it's like, okay, Noah. One, I don't know that he's looked incredibly great this spring. He's been solid. Don't get me wrong, right? But first and foremost, I mean today too, right? He pitched today, I believe. Yeah, he pitched today. So there's a little bit to be added in here. Like he looks good, but where are you going to put him in the bullpen? Like, is this somebody? He's only been in AAA. Well, he's been in AAA twice, and both times not great, but it's only been a couple of innings here. This is another guy that you're going to want to get into, a little bit of experience here. So we'll kind of see what comes about with Noah Song. I don't know that there's really a spot on the roster right now for him. Like out of the gate, I don't know, but I don't totally hate it. Who has impressed you in the WBC? That DR team? Yeah, the DR looks really, really good, dude. The DR's offense looks insane. I mean, the United States' offense, too, looks ridiculous. I don't want to sleep on Venezuela. I think Venezuela's got a really solid team. They don't have, like, the true, like MVP caliber players like the U.S. and the Dominican Republic do. But, like, they're a good put-together team, man. I'd say Venezuela's probably fourth. Are you watching Taipei versus Australia? And what time is that? 10? I'll probably catch the beginning. Japan's good, yeah. Is there a way to see how many pitching injuries we had last year? I mean, we can look it up. I kind of doubt we'll be able to find anything. Total Red Sox pitching injuries 2025. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, we can just kind of go over this, right? So it was Lucas Giolito, Brian Bale, Cutter Crawford, Richard Fitz, Tanner Houck. I mean, you're missing people here too, right? No, there's not like a succinct like, hey, this is. Maybe we do this. So this is just total players, right? The Red Sox are the 7th most players hit the IL at one point. Let me see if I can. Injured. Yeah, it just gives me the total. So they're the 7th most injuries, but that's about it. Have a good night, Chen, Courtney. Netherlands could be underrated. Yeah, it could be. I just don't know. I just don't know how they're not going to be able to. In my opinion, pitching wise, they're not going to be able to compete with they'll do pretty well, I think, in pool play, but then they'll get to the actual knockout part of this, and I don't think they make it super far. Hey, CG, we literally just talked about Braden Ward. We just stopped talking about him. I think the answer is going to be. I think the answer is going to be he's a cool story. I don't know that we're going to see him too much. I hate the idea of keeping guys down in AAA, knowing that spots will likely open up during the year if the injury tends to keep up. Oh, you don't hate it. Oh, I see. Okay. Am I shocked Lucas hasn't signed anywhere yet? Am I shocked by it? Yeah, a little bit. I think for sure. I'm kind of curious. to see what the reasoning is. Like, is it because Lucas Giolito's looking for a multi-year deal? Is it because he wants, more than what the qualifying offer was? Maybe, right? I also think there's a lot of teams who are a bit nervous about the injury risk, right? There are a lot of did the Red Sox have the most injuries last year, by the way? I'm just looking at this. Like, this is telling me cash. I don't want cash. I want total numbers. They had 28. I think they had the most in baseball. No, the Chicago White Sox had 32. And the Orioles had 29. They had the third most injuries in the sport last year. Fourth, actually. What about Jeremy Wu Yelland? Interesting name again. Like, yeah, this is the time of year to talk about these guys for sure. But again, kind of like we talked about with Noah Song, right? There's just not enough, at least in my opinion. Is that how you spell it? Yell and maybe? Yeah. Like, he's looked good this spring, I think, but there hasn't been a ton of swing and miss, which makes me nervous. A lot of walks. It's only been 3 innings, so it's tough to tell you whether or not it's good or bad. He's pitching for China. I didn't know that. Looked good last year, but hasn't reached AAA yet, right? I think you're a little bit off from seeing Jeremy Wu like make an opening day roster, at least in my opinion. It's an interesting name to pay attention to as we kind of get into the later part of the year, but I don't know. I think there are more specific guys that are pushing for the rotation or the bullpen than Jeremy would be. I don't want Gio. I don't think that Gio makes a lot of sense. That was a qualifying round last year. Oh yeah, that's 25. I don't know why I thought that the 25 was this year. I'm still all kind of thrown off, Chad. Do you think it'll still be important to protect Duran against lefty this year or not? It's a really great question and kind of leads me into the main pieces video, right? The main pieces video and the title of this video is that the Red Sox announced where he was going to be hitting this year. Kind of officially, Alex Cora put it out there on ESPN. Right, we've known for a little bit that Jarren Duran is going to be your number 3 hitter for a lot of the year. But now we kind of get a legitimate confirmation that, hey, we're going to be using Duran in that 3rd spot, at least to start the year off, which is incredibly interesting to me. And it does make, Duran, to be fair to Duran looks like a legitimate new hitter this year. He's added a lot more. It feels like a more power swing, right? And we actually saw it a bit last year, which is why I was bringing this up. In 25 games last year, Jarren Duran was an absolute dog out of the 3-hole. It's like you put him in there, and at the top of the lineup, he's sitting there saying, I got to get on base, right? I gotta do what I can for these guys to drive me in. In the 3-hole, he's like, I'm just going to let it eat. And it feels like that's kind of what he's doing coming into spring training, too. Like last year in 25 games, the dude hit 266 with a 384 on base percentage and a 479 slug for an 863 OPS. He had 4 home runs in 25 games with 15 RBIs and 8 doubles. Like, he looked good. Right? Like, you look solid. So I think the Red Sox are sitting there saying, well, what does that look like over the course of a longer period of time? Dude, he looks like an absolute demon. Now, the quality of opponents. So if you guys don't know, the quality of opponents here, it tells you on a scale basically of 1 to 10 how good they are. I mean, we're somewhere between high A and double A baseball. So it's not like he's hitting off all-stars or anything. So that's important to note. But he looks pretty good this spring, and I think the biggest thing for me when you're looking at it is you're sitting there and you're saying, well, wait a second, could Jarren Duran take a step forward a little bit? Like, he's never going to be like a 25, 30 home run guy, but can he get close to, back to what he was in 24 with the home runs? Like, can he get to 20? I think it's possible, especially out of that 3-hole. Now, the big question is, and the question that you asked was, do you have to protect him against lefties? And the answer is potentially. Right, last year he was god-awful against lefties. I mean, he just wasn't good. He was 211, 260, 340 for a 600 OPS. Like, that's 30% below league average against lefties. It's not what you want, especially as your number 3 hitter. So the question becomes, is this something where you're going to have to platoon this left-handed 3 hitter in your lineup? And that's a tough conversation because, one, where? right? Where is the platoon coming from? Who is the platoon? Right? It can't be Massa because he's a lefty and also doesn't do well against other lefties. Romy's hurt. You're using Monasterio most likely, I'd imagine, as a platoon with Marcelo Mayer, who we'll talk about in a second because he's looking fantastic this spring too. Like who do you platoon him with? That's the question, right? Yeah, obviously Cora makes the call, dude, but I'm just trying to have a conversation about like who do you guys think it would be? Jeff Talks Sox. Fantastic name. Welcome to the bleachers, my friend, or welcome back to the bleachers, I should say. He's got the blue seat. Paredes? Nah, but the only way you get Paredes is if you trade Duran for him. We talked about it today, right? The only way you get Paredes is if you trade Duran for him. And that just doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Because I don't know that Duran for Paredes straight up makes your team exceptionally better. And it would obviously wouldn't be straight up, right? Why are we still talking about Paredes? Because Ken Rosenthal brought him up yesterday, and because a couple of beat reporters in Sean McAdam and Chris Cotillo came up and said, hey, man, we don't think this is dead yet. What's up, Flames? Not sure if Duran would be the piece. Well, then so the Astros are looking for a left-handed outfielder. Who do you trade him? Who do you trade him for Paredes? How do you get him on this team? Yoshida, you guys think that the Astros would take Yoshida? No. It's not going to happen because the DH is filled with Yordan Alvarez. And unless they want to play, I mean, who's better defensively? You know? Who's better defensively? Tolle? You're going to trade Tolle for Isaac Paredes? Against my dead body, brother. Right? Against my dead body. They're going to want an arm, a leg, and a kidney. I don't know, dude. Like the Red Sox are in a different position after the Durban trade than they were. Right? It's an entirely different position. The Red Sox are in a position of strength, whereas the Astros kind of have their backs up against the wall. I don't think Tolle's corny, no. Johan Fran? What about Johan Fran? Yeah, I think Houston's in a worse spot, but like, I don't know. With Profar suspended, do you see Atlanta as a potential or long shot suitor for who? Massa? I mean, I guess. But again, they're not taking on his entire salary. There's no way. And who's Atlanta's DH? I guess they don't have one right now, right? They lost Ozuna. Is that right? They don't really have it. Who's their DH? Dom Smith? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, the WBC is going to be important for Yoshida, for sure. Is their DH is actually Dom Smith? Is this a lie? Oh, you're dead ass. Okay. I did not realize that Dom Smith was their DH right now. Who would be the other one? Who is even battling? Jonah Heim? No shot. Not a chance, right? Sean Murphy's still on the. He's probably gonna start the year on the IL. Ha-Seong Kim. Okay, he just got surgery. He's gonna be on the IL. Like who are they even? Who's even the fight for? So yeah, maybe it is. Maybe Atlanta takes on some of that salary and they just dump him. He's gonna be good wherever he goes. I think is the problem. Like Massa's not a bad player, and we've kind of established this, right? Like I've talked about this before. It's not so much about Yoshida the player as it is about Yoshida the roster fit. And I think your roster is much more is much more efficient with Masazaki Yoshida off the roster, right? And I'm not going to dive too deep into it because we talked about it so much this offseason, but you open up that DH spot and it's like, okay, now you can cycle in Duran. And, you know, you can do Duran in there once in a while. You can do Roman in there once in a while. You can do Willier in there once in a while. Once you get Casas healthy, you can put Casas in there and sort of platoon all the, or not platoon, but kind of cycle through all these guys. And it's all of a sudden, it's like, okay, well, now you can see how this, you know, five outfielders works, right? With Yoshida on the roster, you're sitting there saying, I don't know how this works. So we'll see. But yeah, I think Yoshida will be a good player wherever he goes. It's just a matter of getting the fit off the roster. He's a future Dodger. Who? What's up, AJ? Did I catch any of Crochet's start today? Yeah. Was he trying new things? No. I really wouldn't worry about Kara Crochet, dude. Crochet looked good in spring training last year, but you're sitting here at this point with Crochet, and you know, you could take these. So it's interesting, right? Because spring training's a couple of things. It's a time to overreact to everything and anything, right? That's just how it goes. I mean, we got people saying, is Braden Ward going to make the opening day roster? Or it's a time to completely ignore everything. And you can kind of choose, because sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't matter at all. Right? I would say most of the time it doesn't matter. It also depends on who you're talking about here. Right? A guy like Garrett Crochet having, and it wasn't a rough outing for Crochet. It's just like, I don't know, it was just a meh outing for him. But he was trying, you know, we don't know what he was working on specifically, right? He could have been working on, hey, I want to work on inside pitches today, or I just want to work on throwing strikes today. The actual like numbers for a guy like Crochet don't really matter. They don't. Right? They just don't matter. But if you're talking about someone else, like again, we talked about Peyton Tolle earlier today, or earlier this stream, where you know you're kind of diving deep into the metrics and numbers here a little bit, because this is a guy who you're sitting there saying, okay, spring training could determine something about where Peyton Tolle ends up for the Red Sox later on this season, earlier this season, right? Like, so it kind of depends on who you're talking about here. But a guy like Crochet, like, yeah, he could go out there and do 2 innings, 7 earned runs, and we're still probably talking about a favorite for Cy Young, right? No one's sitting there with Crochet and being like, hey man, that start on March 4th, not exactly fantastic. I'm gonna bet on, you know, Tariq Skubal to win the Cy Young instead. It's just not how this works. But again, you know, there are certain players where it does mean a lot. I think Slayton too is another guy that we could talk about as well. That's like man, Money Mike with a $2 super chat, his second super chat of the day. Can we get some love for Mike, who's been unbelievably generous this stream? He said the points don't matter. That's correct. The points do not matter during spring training. They just don't. They just don't. It's just it means nothing, right? You know, you're talking about like you could kind of dive into the other things too. Like, do we take a look at where he was at with his velocity? Again, I don't really think matters all that much. The splitter, I think, is something we need to be paying attention to. We didn't get any whiffs on it, you know. So this is his newer pitch, so we'll keep an eye on that one a little bit. But like I don't know. I can't sit here and get concerned. I just can't with Garrett Crochet, right? And I don't think anyone should either. Realistically, I don't think anyone should get concerned about any of these sort of like the guys who I'm paying attention to in the rotation are early Tolle, because there's stuff they need to work on. Sandoval and Cutter, because those guys are coming back from injury, and Oviedo, because there's clear things that the Red Sox want to work on. So, Bayo, you're watching. Bayo, I think, is an interesting one. But again, like I don't know. Braden Ward could be a pinch runner, though. For who? Who are you replacing? So this is my conversation we're talking about. When we're talking about, hey, a guy does well in spring training, all of a sudden he needs to be on the roster. Steven, if you want Braden Ward on the roster so bad, who are you kicking off to put him on the roster? Yeah, early. I've talked about him a few times. Yeah, the velocity increase, like this, again, when you're looking for stuff to pay attention to in spring training, this is what you should be paying attention to, right? A guy like Early, who is tasked with, hey, we need you to get bigger, we need you to get stronger, we need you to increase that velocity so you can last longer in games. To have him come in here and his first couple of games, be up. He was up almost a mile and a half last outing. His first outing, he was up almost a mile. Right, that's important to take note of, as opposed to just simply the results. Bench Monasterio, Wong, IKF, and Eaton until Romy is healthy. Are we missing someone there? I think you're missing someone there, right? No, yeah. Yeah, but again, Green Monster, who are you? Who is Braden Ward better than? Oh, Yoshida's the one you're missing. Yeah. So you really only have one bench spot. Totally did look great today, yeah. That's going to be my video tomorrow. Put IKF on the trade block. Dude, they are not trading IKF. And honestly, I don't hate IKF on our bench. Like, I don't. Like I think having that option in there defensively, like I explained it last live stream, I'll explain it again this live stream. You're not putting IKF on your bench to be a platoon with anybody. You're not putting IKF on the bench to be a, offensive replacement later in a game. Here's what you're putting IKF on the bench for. Caleb Durban comes up in a big spot in the 8th inning. There's a really tough righty on the mound. Historically, he doesn't do great against him. You got to get somebody in there who's going to be decent. Okay, you've got Yoshida on the bench. Or you've got let's say, whoever, right? But let's say Yoshida's on the bench. And Yoshida's been hitting well lately. Well, you substitute Yoshida in there for Caleb Durban, and then, hey, it works out, and now you're up a run. Now you can put IKF at third base, so you don't lose the defense, right? For the in 9th inning. And that's ultimately what it is. And I don't think that's a bad idea to have on your team. A versatile guy that gives you more options later in games. And that's exactly what he was. $6 million here. Don't love that. But at the same time, too, it's kind of whatever at this point. I'm not going to sit here and spend my time complaining that the Red Sox spend money on somebody. I'm just not. Because I spent so much time complaining they didn't spend money on somebody. Is it the right somebody to spend money on? No. But I see where you could see where he's going. Expecting IKF to play good defense like expecting a polar bear to know how to hula hoop? Money. What? The only reason IKF is still in Major League Baseball is because he plays good defense. What are we talking about? Mike, I think your hatred for IKF has gone a little far. Also, doesn't he prefer Izzy or something? Iggy? I think one of the problems Sox fans is that they think you can have a bench of 10 guys when in reality it's only 4 total bench players. Yeah. So I think you're looking at definitively Wong. I imagine. I don't think Dice makes a push for the backup spot. He likes Izzy. That's what it is. Izzy. I don't even know. Although I will say Wong against Puerto Rico, rough blocking there. Rough blocking. Unless he really starts to push a little bit harder offensively, I don't think Dice really has a shot at it. I think the Sox really like what Wong does with the staff. So I think you got him there, right? You've got IKF definitively will be on the bench. Yeah. I think Yoshida will definitively be on the bench. Unless you trade him, which is a possibility, but for right now, he's definitively on your bench, which means you got one spot. That's it. Right? That's all you got. So you can't really be like, oh, Braden Ward's going to make a push. It's like, well, Braden Ward's fine, but is he a better option for the Red Sox than Nick Sogard, than Nate Eaton, or Andrew Monasterio? I just don't think so, right? And I don't think the Red Sox think so. Your money is on who for the number 5 starter? If you had asked me this 2 days ago, I would have told you that my money was on Conley Early because I think he's been the most polished, the most improved this spring training. But after the information we've gotten, it sounds like I'm putting my money on Oviedo for the number 5 spot. I think definitively. Unless Patrick Sandoval comes back in the next week and has a fantastic next 3 or 4 games to start the year. Haven't heard much on Wong this spring. Can't carry him if he repeats last year. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think Wong's on a bit of a shorter leash than he's been in the past. Yeah, Oviedo did look good a couple of days ago, for sure. Oviedo's difference in starts was pretty impressive. The reason you're not hearing about him much is because he's not doing much. right? That's kind of your answer there. he's not doing much. It sort of is what it is, you know. Sandy has to be moved or be the number 5. No, he doesn't have to be moved. I think the other option you've got with Sandy is, one, kind of make sure he's healthy, and you can kind of take your time making sure he's healthy, or two, I think, you know, you could put him in a bullpen role too. And I don't think that'd be the end of the world to start him in like a long relief role. Johan Front or Brennan? No, neither of them are going to fight for a backup spot for opening day. We haven't seen them once this spring, and there's a reason for that. Never thought earlier Tolle was ever going to be to start the year. I don't know, dude. I just like I sit here with the comment Breslow made at the beginning of this season, the beginning of spring training was, you know, we've got these guys, these 4 guys, where it's Crochet, Suarez, Gray, and Bayo. Where you sit there and you're like, okay, you know, now you can kind of look at the 5th spot as a spot to try and get, you know, maybe the best projected player, the best player that you think could end up, you know, making the biggest strides forward. You're looking for projections more so than you're looking for, like definitive solid play. And those comments kind of led me towards, okay, if Early or Tolle shows a lot of promise this spring, could the Red Sox sit there and say, maybe we go with one of these guys instead. But after the comments the Red Sox had recently, I especially now that I know if you keep Conley Early down in AAA for 35 days, like there's no doubt they're going to do that. There's no doubt in my mind, despite, unfortunately, what Conley Early does, that the Red Sox start him in AAA. It's the same conversation with Roman Anthony we had last year, right? I go back to, you know, kind of looking, you know, armchair GM coming into the season. It's like, what would the team have looked like if you just started Roman Anthony in Major League level last year out of the gate? Like, do you think that this team wins more games than they did last year? My answer might be yes. If I could have one, if you could have picked one, Narvaez or Teal, I think Teal will be the better offensive player. I don't think that's much of a... I don't think Narvaez will be a bad offensive player, but I think Kyle Teal will be the better offensive player. Now, the question is, who would I rather have specifically for this Red Sox team? It's tough for me to say that Narvaez isn't... it's tough for me to say that Narvaez... like, if Teal would be better with this staff. Like, Narvaez does things that you don't normally see from a lot of catchers, right? I mean, this dude played through an injury for the entire season, basically, only because he knew he was the one that could handle this pitching staff, right? He learned golf, a sport that he had never played in his life, once he got up to AAA, just simply so he could get to know his pitchers better. Like, that's a guy I want behind the dish, right? You just have to. That's the guy that you sit there and you're like, man, if you're going to put together a World Series contending team, or specifically a World Series contending rotation, you also have to have a World Series contending catcher behind the dish. And so to me, like, as much as I love Teal and as much as he's still going to be one of the better catchers in baseball, I'd imagine, if we're specifically talking about the way the Red Sox are constructed right now, I think I go with Narvaez. I do. Remember, it's 35. Yeah. Conley really doesn't need to make 35 starts in AAA. That would be ridiculous. It's just 35 days. And it's not games either. It's 35 days. Narvaez is a fantastic catcher behind the plate, one of the best in baseball, period. Agreed, right? And again, it's not just like, oh, he's good at blocking and throwing runners out. It's the way that he calls games. It's the way that he knows his pitchers really well. Like, it's not something you see too often where this guy, you know, Ranger Suarez and Sonny Gray came to this team, and Narvaez is one of the first people to talk to them, right? He immediately wants to get to know these guys. Like, I don't know if you saw, they did like a day in the life of Carlos Narvaez. He gets there specifically before everyone else does, so he's ready to go whenever pitchers need him. Like that, like you just don't teach that kind of stuff. Like he's just a different breed. And I wasn't planning on glazing Carlos Narvaez for 10 minutes this stream, but I sit here with Narvaez and it's like, man, like that's the guy I want behind the dish. That's the dude I want. And I don't care if he has a I don't care if he has a 90 OPS plus this year. If you I think he's fully capable of being at least a league average bat with some pop too. I don't think he'll ever be like a 20 home run guy, but 12, 15 homers maybe. In my opinion, they should have moved Mayer over Teal in that Crochet trade. I don't know why Meyer's all of a sudden being discounted so much. I don't get it. The Red Sox fans love to find a villain. It really is why do we not like Mayer anymore? Why? We did not fleece the Yankees. Elmer Rodriguez Cruz is going to be a stud, but it was a win-win trade. Yeah. Oh, my point wasn't 35 games. It just says to stay down there for. Oh, I see what you mean, versatility. How many options does Early have? He's probably got 2 left, I'd imagine, right? So, once you bring him up, I think you bring him up to stay. Crochet trade was dude. I would have done that. Braden Montgomery's going to be is he a top 30 prospect in baseball now? He's top 30, 40-ish. I think he's 35. He's going to be a monster. But I take Crochet every single time of the year. I do, every single time. War Wagon has made it back into a live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone say hi. If you're looking for cigars near the Austin area, Austin or Houston? One is somewhere in Texas. I can't remember the exact one right now. Check out War Wagon Cigars. I was hoping Wong steps back in after his injury because I think Narvi and Wong is I think that's a really good defense or a good combination, but I don't know, man. The problem is Wong's got to get back to what he was in 24. If Wong doesn't get, and I'm not talking about the bat, I'm talking about the defense too. Wong took a step forward defensively in 24, and then it all fell apart in 25. And people talk about it too. It's I don't know that he's got the frame to ever be a good blocking catcher. Even yesterday, I sat there in the Puerto Rican game, and it's brother, just stop the ball. I get it in spring training, you don't want to hurt yourself, whatever. I understand that, but also you're fighting here for a little bit. You know what I mean? If you that bad, I don't know. How confident am I in Durban's offense this year? What do you mean by confident? You saying how good do I think he's gonna be, or how confident I think he's gonna be a productive member of this offense? Because I think that's 2 different questions. I have a good feeling about Durban. Yeah, so let me answer both because why not, right? We're sitting here chatting it up about spring training anyways. So it's not really a ton of news today, right? I think the biggest news, there was some more manufactured, in my opinion, drama with Marcelo Mayer. I might do a video this weekend just detailing every single piece of this drama going on with Marcelo. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it. So let me start with the first question. Do I think that Caleb Durban will be better than he was last year? Yeah, but not by much. I don't think he's going to be significantly better than he was last year, right? I think what you're looking at, he has been great this spring training, by the way. Where'd that go? 5 games, 5 hits, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs. He's got a stolen base in there as well, hitting .417. I like that. Do I think he's going to be significantly better this year than he was last year? I don't know if the OPS, you're looking at a 720 OPS. I think, maybe you get around a 760 OPS where it's a 110 OPS plus. I don't really think we see a ton more home runs, at least not this year. I think we see more doubles. I think we see more RBIs. I think that helps it. In terms of whether or not I think he's going to be a solid piece of this offense, yeah, I think he is. Right? I think the profile, even coming into a different team, pull happy righty that doesn't strike out a lot. Once he works on the walks a little bit, I think he could get a little bit better there. Yeah, I have confidence he's going to be a solid number 6 hitter in your lineup. I think that's perfect for him. And hopefully eventually, too, we see him in that number 2 or that number 1 hole at some point. If he gets his walks up, that's where I want him. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to put that on him, and I think that's unfair. But, okay, so let's go by WAR, right? He was at a 2.8 WAR last season. I would like to see him at a 3.5, 3.7-ish in that range. You're in that range, I think you're solid. Give me 140, 150 games. I'd love that. And I really like watching him play. I don't know how much you guys are paying attention to spring training. And just outside of this, I'm watching him on defense. I'm watching him run the bases. He plays ball. I love those guys. He puts his head down. He just plays ball. Might be a tough question because we've hardly seen him, but where do I see I can't answer that. Yeah, I can't answer the Casas question because I don't even know if he's going to end up being healthy, Why are people saying Cora hates Mayer? Dude, to me, it's manufactured. I'll tell you this. The reason that people think Alex Cora doesn't like Marcelo Mayer is because he keeps reiterating the point that, hey, we like the talent. He needs to work for his spot on the roster. And so everyone takes that as, they think he's lazy. They think he's arrogant. They're going to start him in AAA. They should have traded him for Ketel Marte. That's not going on. It's not going on, right? It's not. This is Alex Cora doing exactly what they should be doing with a guy who simply hasn't... if we came into camp and Alex Cora went, yeah, Marcelo Mayer's our opening day second baseman, you'd be like, well, wait a second. He hasn't earned that, right? It's like, okay, can we pick a side here, right? I think it's Alex Cora making Mayer prove himself. And I think that's what you need to do because, last year too, it was kind of a similar conversation where they had their idea of Christian Campbell being the second baseman, but they never said it out loud. They kept saying someone needs to earn it. Someone needs to earn it. Someone needs to earn it. This happens all the time. It's in every professional sport too. It's not just baseball where you see these guys trying to, either motivate him or let him know that, hey, you're still you might be a top pick. You might be a top prospect. You might have shown that you're a great defender in Major League Baseball, but you ain't nothing until you prove that you're something, right? At this level, that's just how it goes. And I trust Alex Cora 100% to, I trust him 100% to figure out which is the right path to get Marcelo Mayer to prove that he's worthy. And so far, what we've seen from Marcelo, to me, screams that this guy's ready for Major League Baseball. And it's not just the actual, statistical numbers here, because I don't think Marcelo's overall statistical numbers look good. He had a single today, so the overall counting stats will look better. He's hitting 200, but, tomorrow that should probably be, 250-ish. He'll have 3 hits, right? Yeah, he'll have 3 hits on here now. Although I don't know that they counted the Puerto Rican game. But regardless, right? To me, it's about the swing decisions. He's not striking out as much. He's walking more. The swing decisions, in my opinion, what he's actually swinging at, I think looked much, much better than what we were, what he was looking like at the Major League level last year. I think, and the quality of opponent, this is the highest one we've seen, right? This is as close to Major League level as it's been in all of these guys that we've looked at so far. He hasn't faced nobodies. And I think, but a combination of that and the fact that this Marcelo Mayer is so damn smooth at infield. You know what I mean? So damn smooth on the infield. He just, what the problem is, is you see these laziness comments. It's because it's just so natural for Marcelo that it looks like he doesn't care. Does that make sense? Some guys like a prime example of this is Caleb Durban, where he had to fight and claw his way to Major League Baseball because, he's shorter and he can't hit the ball as hard. So he's got to make up for it in other areas. Marcelo's just a natural talent. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't work hard. It just means that it looks so easy. Right? So I think people take that in combination with Cora's comments and the fact that Marcelo's a bit of a goofball and he likes to joke around, and they say, oh man, this guy, he doesn't have it, or he's not working hard enough, or he just doesn't care. And I don't think any of those are true, right? If you've actually talked to Marcelo, which I have talked to him before, you don't get that vibe, right? He's not one of those guys who's like, I'm a top prospect and I'm gonna be great just simply because I'm a top prospect. Like a guy like Roman Anthony is a prime example of this, where no one says anything about Roman, but it's because he's proven at the major league level. A trade has happened. Huh? Oh, not Red Sox. My God. Don't scare me like that. Oh. Yeah, the kid, he just plays ball, Hey, Robbie, how you doing? I am going to talk about people are probably so sick of me talking about Marcelo Mayer, but I just think that was my hands, I swear to God. But he's just one of those guys that it just feels like all of a sudden he's become underrated in the eyes of Red Sox Nation right now because of just like things that have manifested on their own that aren't really here. Story at shortstop never really terrified me. I said at the beginning of the offseason, I still think the best Red Sox defense-wise is Marcelo at shortstop and Trevor Story at second base. I do. At the end of the day, I think that's the best. Even if you had brought back Bregman, that's the answer. But I've kind of accepted the fact that the Red Sox is sitting there saying, look, Trevor Story's our guy. He's the leader. He's the, veteran on the infield. We're going to let him start the year at shortstop. And then, I don't think it's one of those things where it's like it's definitively going to be the way the entire year, right? I think they're going to give him a little bit of a leash here, but I don't think it's going to be an unlimited leash. And to be honest with you, Story looks fine at shortstop. I don't think he looks bad. Right? I don't think he looks like he's going to be an issue at all. I don't think Story will ever be like the Gold Glove caliber shortstop we ever saw at in Colorado, right? I just don't think he's ever going to get back to that because of his age. And he was terrible last year. But I don't know. Could he get back to like 2 outs above average, right? Could he get to here? Could he get to here with outs above average, right? Because if he could get to there, then I don't think we're having any conversations about his defense. Because he's still going to be able to turn the double plays. He's still going to be able to make the, highlight reel plays. Gotta love Story, but I think shifting to second base, letting Meyer start getting reps at shortstop around the All-Star break where I put my money. I don't know. I think the only way that happens is if he starts to have like another really bad year. I'm talking really even if he's slightly below average, I think the Sox keep him there at least this season, and then next year have a conversation about second base. But yeah, I just don't see the Red Sox moving him off right now. Hey, dude, thoughts on Nate Eaton? He seems really good right now. Yeah, I think Eaton's squarely in the mix for that last utility job. I think it's Andrew Monasterio, Nick Sogard, and Nate Eaton who are kind of in the mix here. I'm curious to see how Nate Eaton does leading off for Great Britain, because that's who's going to be that's his position over there. That's going to be kind of an indicator to me. I think Monasterio still has the edge, mostly because I think he has a little bit of a higher ceiling offensively right now, and I think he could play better in more positions than Eaton. Sogard, I would choose Sogard every day of the week, but that's just because I love Nick Sogard. I think he's just the perfect utility guy. I'm not really worried about it at all. Could it be they allow Story to have so much influence on the hitters? Who? Story's not coaching these guys, dude. He's just a veteran that's giving them advice because he's been in the league for 10 years. That's normal on every team. How long can you move Mayer off a shortstop and still expect him to be able to play later? I would say a year, right? A full year. Give him a full year there. The problem, the thing is with shortstop is you never really like, yes, obviously you're going to be a little bit rusty, but like, especially if you're playing some third base or second base, like if they'd moved him into left field, I'd be like, are we ever going to be able to move him back to shortstop, right? But you saw like they're just, once you learn how to play shortstop, you play any position on the diamond. So it's like, moving back there, I don't think will be moving back there, I don't think will be too much of an issue. Obviously, you can't do it for 15 years or whatever, and then put him back there, right? But a year or two, I don't think is that big of an issue. Do all three have options? Yeah, all three of them have options. Corbin, do I see Casas coming back to form? I have no expectations for Casas this year. And you guys know I'm a huge Tristan Casas guy. Right? You guys know I've got his jersey. I've got his rookie cards. Like, I love Tristan Casas. I have no expectation. It's not because I don't think he can't get back to the player that he was. It's because that injury is just so difficult to come back from. And they don't really have a set spot for him when he does get healthy, Nice, CH. That's cool. Right? Like once he's getting healthy is one thing. Finding a spot for him to be a true impact player is another thing. I think something underlooked is the speed this team has. Yeah, people are kind of Story definitely has speed, Warwagon. I think he definitely has speed. Takes him to his hitting academy. What hitting academy are you talking about? His Story camp every winter, dude. That's more about like, this is what it takes to be an everyday major leaguer. I don't think Story's not sitting there with a notepad and a iPad being like, hey, this is what you need to do. No. He also has coaches down there too. What's up, Daniel? You're going to spring training for? Oh, heck yeah. Enjoy. That'll still be fun, Flames. You still get, my parents are going down there too next week. You still get Mayer, Durban, Story. Like, you still get Crochet and, hey, did Suarez drop out of the WBC? A Story could potentially have a 2020 year. I mean, he had a 2020 year last year, didn't he? I thought Story was close to a 30-30 year if he hit more home runs. Am I crazy for that? No, I think he did. Yeah, he had 30 stolen bases last year and 25 home runs. I'm so thirsty right now. I don't know what it is. I had a lot of salt for dinner. I had like an entire box of mac and cheese. I just don't see how Casas will get ABs. If they trade Massa, it becomes a lot easier to see how Casas gets ABs. Is it crazy to say Contreras might hit 30 bombs? No, I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's incredibly realistic, but Suarez is still on the Venezuelan roster. Interesting. I thought I saw him yesterday on the like in the clubhouse with the team. Like, I thought they all went to their respective countries. Maybe our power surge will be a combo of Story, Abreu, and Roman. I have been saying it since this spring training began. I am predicting that at least 3 players on this team have 20 home runs. My official prediction for those, actually, I think it'll be 4. But my official prediction for the 3 are Roman, Contreras, and Abreu. I think Contreras hits, I'm going to put it out there, I'm going to say 23. Now, I think ultimately you get to 5 with Story and Cedon. I think Cedon has been underrated. So, and I get it. Like, there's a difference between, spring training and whatnot. And I just, like, he's coming in with what feels like a legitimate change in his power approach this season. So we'll see how that turns out. But I just, like, Cedon to me feels like a guy. My only problem with Cedon is he's just not consistent enough, I think, to ever actually hit 20. But I'm putting him as a dark horse because he gets hot and stays hot for, a month. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think Narvaez could get to 15. I think that's sort of around where he's going to sit. Why is it? Okay, whatever. Doing pretty well in spring training so far, actually. It's only 5 games, though, but he looks good. What did he have last year? Yeah, he had 15. I think this is like a really solid year for Narvaez, and I think that's what I'm expecting going for. Like, I don't expect him to be much better than this, but I'm fine with that if he's going to be one of the better defensive players in the sport at the catching position. No to 30 this year on Contreras. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Again, I'm not coming in here expecting Contreras to hit 30. The only person I would put as like if I had to put money on would be Wilyer Bray to hit 30. If he stays healthy, I think he easily hits 30. But like I could see Contreras at 20, 24, 25, right? With the monster. I don't know. If Contreras just gives us 20, then I'm happy about it. Yeah. Yeah. The only reason I'm saying 25 is because I think he's going to like Fenway. It's funny people stress about the power this year when the Blue Jays had like 3 or 4 players that had 20 plus and they went to World Series. Yeah, I just like it got blown out of proportion, I think, which is why and it's understandable why it got blown out of proportion because the Red Sox blew it out of proportion themselves, right? But I think we're at the I've said it before. We're at the point now where it's like, my lord. My moderator, Jess, has been a member for 2 full years, ladies and gentlemen. The New Jersey in the back, show him off. That's true. That's true. If you guys haven't noticed yet, we are in full WBC mode. We've got. Let me show him off for you guys. We've got Venezuela. Wilyer Abreu. I don't even know that he's wearing 16. I had to custom make this one because they weren't selling Wilyer Abreu's. I'm assuming he's wearing 16. That's his number normally. It's got the Venezuelan flag on the side too, dude. Oh man, look at these colors. Little red and yellow. Actually, it's kind of like gold. I mess with it. The other one we have acquired, ladies and gentlemen. Kingdom of the Netherlands. That's why I bought this. I like the crown. I like the kingdom above the Netherlands. Rafaela, number 3. Clean. So these are going to be the WBC jerseys we're rocking. We're rocking for the WBC fully. I am fully on Team Venezuela for anyone who wants to know. You got your DR jersey? Hell yeah. Willier's number 52. I thought he changed it. Did he not change it? He's 52. Did he change it? I could have sworn he changed it this year. Whatever. Why do I have to jinx the teams? What do you mean jinx the teams? All I'm saying is I'm fully Venezuelan this WBC. Roman is 13 for USA. Ooh, or 3. Roman's 3. Dang, I should have got that. Oh, Duran is 16. That's correct. So people are going to be so confused when I wear that Wilyer Abreu jersey. People are going to be like, "What? Why do you have a Wilyer Abreu 16 jersey?" That's right. I'm putting on for my country, dude. Venezuela. Me, Wilyer, Ranger Suarez, Acuna. Who's the rest of the... I don't even know the rest of Venezuelan... I don't even know the rest of the Venezuelan roster. WBC roster. Who's the pitchers? Oh my God, we're cooked, Chad. They've got Edward Bizardo. It's over. It's over. There's no way they win this. I'll be honest. I thought they had a much better pitching staff. I don't think they've got the. Also, they're catching. Wilson Contreras caught the other day. I did not love that. But they've got William Contreras, Wilson Contreras. Like, their offense is solid, dude. Michael Garcia's in there. Gleyber. Why did I think Gleyber Torres was Why did I think Gleyber Torres was Puerto Rico? Clearly not, but like, they're gonna have good defense. Look at the outfield is stacked, dude. Wilyer, Ron Acuna, Jackson Churiel. That is a fire. They got Miggy as the hitting coach, dude. I'm telling you, underrated team. Underrated team. The only problem is I don't think like Suarez and Erod are definitively starters. They got Carlos Guzman on this team, dude. Oh, man. Oh, no. Yeah, there are some names on the Venezuelan staff here. Let me see the Netherlands. They have no pitching. They have no pitching, dude. Like, there are going to be guys that come out here and are impressive, but outside of that, they got no pitching. Give you something worth watching tomorrow. I'll try my best. Chadwick Tromp. Do you remember this guy? Oh, my God. The Red Sox had him for what? A couple of weeks last year? Infield looks pretty good, though. Ozzy Albies, Bogarts. Dude, I should have bought a Bogarts one. I love Xander. Didi Gregorius is in there. My God. Blast from the past here. Drew Jones. Andrew Jones' son is in the outfield. Cedon. Isn't Andrew Jones the manager? Yeah. A little bit of nepotism going on there. I don't know. Maybe. Didi's like 38. I know, dude. A little blast from the past. Look at him. Who do we think has the best overall roster? Like, overall roster. Who has the best overall roster? Dude, they have a ton of pitchers. The heck? Phillips Valdez made the Dominican Republic team. The DR might have the best overall roster. Dude, it might be. Like, Christopher Sanchez is your 1. Sandy at the 2. Bayo at the 3. Wandy Peralta's in there. He was good for a little bit. Luis Severino, maybe he throws a couple innings. Their catcher's not... Austin Wells. Why is Austin Wells on the Dominican Republic team? Like, why is Austin Wells here? Did he figure out the connection? Like, how does that work? Their infield's just ridiculous. Junior Caminero, Vladdy Jr., Manny Machado, Jeremy Pena, Geraldo Perdomo. Like, how many of these guys are going to win MVPs? Like, you're talking about Jeremy Pena was unbelievable last year. Geraldo Perdomo, wasn't he like second in MVP voting? Outfield, you got Fernando Tatis, Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez, O'Neal Cruz. Like, when O'Neal Cruz is your 4th outfielder, you're doing a pretty good job. And they're being managed by Albert Pujols. That's insane. His mom is Dominican? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Jeremy Pena got injured. The good news is you got Geraldo Perdomo there. So you put Geraldo at shortstop, Cattell at second base. Like, you look around the infield, it's like, all right, yeah, that's still unbelievable. Also, what is Carlos Santana? Who invited Unk? You know what I mean? Salvador Perez is captain of Team Venezuela. My dog. Seeing Jones made me think of the Braves. Softer Profar is going to be out for all year. Maybe they trade Massa there. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I think it's possible. I they're going to have to eat most of it. Korea has a chance to take down Japan. So, in my opinion, the big 3 are the Dominican Republic, it's USA, and it's Japan. The United States pitching staff is what scares me a little bit because Skeens is going to make 2 starts. Tariq Skubal's pitching 55 games for pool play, and that's it. And then he's going back to Tigers camp. That is so Scott Boras coded, it's unbelievable. Webb is going to be solid. You got Waka in there. Okay. Like, the bullpen's going to be good. between Whitlock, Yarbrough, Holmes, Mason Miller, David Bednar. Like, it's going to be solid. Will Smith and Cal. That might be the best battery we've ever seen. RIP with Bregman. Yeah, their infield's ridiculous. Like, this is an all-star team, dude. There's Captain America, ladies and gentlemen. There is Captain America. There he is, folks. Mark DeRosa. I forgot Mark DeRosa was the... David Ross is in there, huh? Sean Casey's in here. Brian McCann. There's some names in here. Andy Pettit's a pitching coach? I didn't know that. Let me see. Like, am I going to recognize a lot of Japan's roster? Yamamoto. Oh, Roki Sasaki's not participating this year? Interesting. Yusei Kikuchi's in there. Was Roki hurt? And he's been a pitching coach for a while? I had no idea. Catcher. I feel like the catchers for Japan are always people I don't recognize. Murakami. Okamoto's not participating this. Oh, yeah, he is. He's right here. I'm an idiot. Any team that has Shohei, I feel like you're going to be there. You have to put him in one of the best teams in the country, right? You just have to. In terms of the WBC specifically, right? But I don't know, man. I don't know that this team's as fearsome as it was 3 years ago. Oops. Dude, not only is Venezuela losing to the White Sox right now, or the Washington Nationals right now, they're getting crushed. What the heck? Colombia just lost to Atlanta. Canada barely beat the Phillies. The Netherlands, all right. We had Sedan crushing again. Is this Nicaragua? I think it is. The Dominican tied Detroit. Okay. Brazil got crushed. Oh, my God. They're 0-2. Brazil's cooked, dude. Puerto Rico lost to Minnesota. Oh, man. Italy lost to the Angels. Pfft. Great Britain tied the Padres. Mexico lost to the Dodgers. That's not really fair. Did a great breakdown of the Japanese team and who was left off. They seem to feel like they're the third best team. I would say, who would be second? Oh, it would be USA, DR. I actually think low-key it's DR, USA, Japan. Brazil is a high schooler on their team? Man, oh, man, oh, man. Who? I don't want the scores anymore. I just want the rosters. Thank you. Who is the high schooler on Brazil? What's up, Connor? It has to be. Is it this guy? This guy looks like a high schooler. Joseph Gutierrez. A couple of these guys look like this guy looks like he'd be a high schooler. Mathis Silva. Oh, is it Dante Bichette? Yeah, Manny's son is playing. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. Lucas Ramirez. Sorry, chat. My God, it won't let me spell stove. There we go. No, it's Contreras. I mean, this dude looks like he's 16. That makes sense. So what'd you miss? We're just chatting. We're chatting about baseball. Let me see the brag up. Chat, let me ask you guys. I don't really understand how this pool play works. So pool A, right? It's so the top two teams advance. Okay. So the top two teams out of each of these advance. Low key, United States has a little bit of a cakewalk. It's essentially like you can look at this, USA versus Brazil, USA versus Great Britain. Like it's Italy, Great Britain, Italy low key underrated too. But it's Italy, Great Britain, Mexico, U.S., Brazil. Like the United States is cakewalking into this, which makes sense, but still kind of a Japan also low key. I mean, outside of Korea, I think Korea could give them a little bit of a run for their money, but like Australia, Chinese Taipei, they're probably Czechia. Is that Czechia? Czechia. It's got to be Czechia. And then this might be the I don't know. That's the toughest one. There's not really one that's like super tough to get out of. This one I think is probably the most competitive. Canada, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Panama. Where are the Netherlands? The Netherlands just not in here? Yeah, Taipei. Hey, you have fun, Taipei. Oh, there they are, the Netherlands. They're in Group D. Pool D. DR, Netherlands, Venezuela. This one to me might be the most difficult to get out of. When do these start? This week? Tomorrow? Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. 7 p.m. Chinese Taipei versus Australia. Any start today? Doesn't look like it. Is this local time, though? That's going to throw me off. It is local time. Oh, man, I'm cooked. 10 p.m. tonight is Australia versus Taipei. Chat, I'll be totally honest with you. I don't know what AST stands for. I know what Central is. Is that just Central? That can't be, right? Is it Central time? Czechia? Oh. What is JST? Japanese Central Time? Japanese Standard Time? Oh no, chat. I don't know if I can do this. I might just have to tough it out. Like I genuinely don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Atlantic Standard Time. Okay. This guy said America. Okay, so I don't feel like much of an idiot anymore. I asked what does AST stand for? We've got Australia South Time. There's no way Australia South Time's right, by the way. Atlantic Standard Time, American Standard Time, and Australian Standard Time. We're cooked. Chad, it's a good thing this is a baseball channel because we have no idea what we're talking about right. None of us have any idea what we're talking about right now. This is Eastern Time. I know this one for sure. This is Eastern Time. So we know that at the bare minimum, the first game I recognize is going to be 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Standard Time. It's a standard time. I don't know what to tell you. Where were you, dude? You missed it. It was a standard time. It's where the stadium they're playing at is. I mean, it makes sense. It's just super funny. So if this is 7 p.m. Japanese, what is 7 p.m.? Okay, hold on. This has to be 7 p.m. Japanese Standard Time to U.S. Eastern Time. 5 a.m. This game's at 5 a.m. Autumnal Standard Time. We're cooked, Chad. We're cooked. Why is this game at 5 a.m.? Are we serious? Are we for real? All right, I'm looking it up. Atlantic Standard Time. So that's us. Yeah, that's us. We're the Atlantic Standard Time. Oh wait, here's a nice little map for us. That's not us. Why am I so bad with? I swear to God, Chad, I graduated college. Why am I so bad? Well, this is just confusing me more, I think. It doesn't say is this for kids? Oh crap. Atlantic Standard Time Zone. This is what we're looking for. Okay, so this is Canadian. Oh, they're playing in Puerto Rico. Okay. All right, so where is that one? That's here. 12 p.m. American Standard or Atlantic Standard Time. 12 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time to Eastern Standard Time. Oh, okay. So it's an hour ahead of us. Okay, so these are okay. So these are an hour ahead. This is Central. This has to be Central Time, right? Which is an hour behind us. I got it, chat. I got it, chat. I got it. We're good. What's up, Caitlin? We're good, chat. Man, I got so sorry, chat. We just went on a tangent there. People don't care about this. When do the big dogs play here? Okay, so US plays Friday at 6 p.m. Japan plays, oh my God. Japan plays at like 4 in the morning, if I'm doing this right. I need just like a, why can this not show me what the time is just in, like I can't change it to Eastern time? 12 p.m. Japanese Standard Time. Oh no, this all right. So this is 12. This is this one's. Oh, this is 7 p.m. Okay, hold on. $5 a.m. 5 a.m. I know geography versatility. I will take a geography quiz right now. Versatility. I'll take a geography quiz right now. If I get a 75 or above, you owe me 5 gifted subs. We care about time zones? No. Do we enjoy watch you try and figure it out? Yes. Okay. Okay, guys. This is confusing me. I don't get why, I get why there's different time zones because the sun obviously rotates to different parts of the world at different times. It drives me crazy, by the way. It's 3 a.m. Oh, 3 a.m. where you are. Yeah, true. There's no way you're staying up for that on a Friday. Oh, maybe on a Friday. Daylight savings. Oh, my God. Is daylight savings in the middle of this? Oh, no. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Hell yeah. Yeah. If someone is willing to put 5 gifted memberships on the table here, I will do a geography quiz and get above a 75%. 9:25 here in Halifax. Oh, that's not terrible. Zulu time. If I look this up, is this going to... What is this? Oh, green... Global or American? Oh, good question. I'll do a global quiz. What is Zulu? Means UTC. It's a military time zone. Zulu time is the military name for UTC and is used primarily in aviation, at sea, and in the army. The time is fixed at prime meridian. This position is the reason for its other name, Z time or zero time. Zulu itself came about because pilots wanted to make themselves understood over radio. Oh. Japanese high school geography exam. The problem is these are going to be long, aren't they? But this is just like a Japanese. I'm not going to do a Japanese geography quiz. That's crazy. I'll do a general geography quiz. You know what, chat? I'm proving it to you. Not a great start. I'm proving it. 175 is way too much. Is there like a 20 question one? 175. Why? Okay, 20 random geography questions. Oh no, I only have 4 minutes? Okay. Manhattan in New Jersey? Oh my God, I don't know. Oh my God, I'm cooked. I don't know. New Amsterdam became New York. I know that. Which Dutch city is home to Europe's busiest port? Chat, what is this? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What building is the headquarters of the U.S. military? Bulgaria? Okay, I may have cooked myself, chat. I'm... What U.S. territory in the Pacific was taken from Spain? Hawaii. I don't know how to spell Hawaii. Hawaii. That. Wow. I swear to God, Chad, I'm smart. I swear to God, I'm smart. What city? What is in Germany? Munich. World's top oil exporter. Isn't that America? No, they have the biggest oil reserves. I don't know. Saudi Arabia. Ooh, what is synonym? What is a synonym for the word Shire? What is Africa? Africa's longest is the Nile. Whoa. Okay, never mind. Oh, second. What national? What is it? The George Washington? George. Yep. What country is bordered by Panama and Nicaragua? Venezuela. Venezuela. Nope. Cambodia. Nope. Oh my God. I only have 7 questions. I need to get over 50% here. Which country includes the island of Guadalcanal? Smallest province? I don't know any of the provinces. What city in northern India was ranked the most polluted city in... Oh my God. Versatility, I'm panicking, dude. I'm panicking. What Dutch city? Amsterdam? No, I don't know another Dutch city. I'm pretty sure Holland's just another name for... Oh no, dude. See, now I'm panicking. Now I'm panicking. Abu Dhabi. The problem is I don't know how to spell any of these. Oh, dude, whoever said Smoky Mountains just saved me. I cheated. I used chat. What is Africa's second longest river? What sea contains the Gulfs of Finland and the Baltic? Ooh. I'm cooking. What country is bordered by Panama and Nicaragua? Come on, Corbin. Peru? Oh my God. I don't think I'm going to get any of these. Which Dutch city? Which city was once known as Tenochtitlan? The smallest province? Ottawa. Damn. Toronto. Oh my God, Chad. Okay. All right. What did I miss? It was Costa Rica, Congo. I should have known Congo. It's quite literally named Rotterdam County. Like who knows these? Mexico City. Probably could have gotten it. Delhi. That's what I was looking for. I was looking at New Delhi, and then I was like, it can't be New Delhi. We're doing one more. That was a poor showing. From me. We're doing one more. I'm doing it again. Okay. All right. I got this. Missouri River. What's the world's tallest building in 1950? Empire State. Nice. Upon what river do you find the English town of Stratford? The Thames? I don't think that's right. That's definitely not right. Was the second most populous city in Cairo? No, that's got to be number 1, Corbin. What country, despite having 7 million residents of over 800 indigenous language? What are we doing? How do you have that many languages? What city in Austria once hosted the winter... Oh my God. How do you spell Kilimanjaro? Kilimanjaro. That's the answer. What Egyptian city has been called the world's greatest open air museum? Oh my god. Oh my god. What strait divides Morocco and Spain? Chat. Are we serious? Okay, so we know this one's Smoky Mountains from the last one. What country in Asia has the highest population density? Thailand. Nope. Bangkok. That's in Thailand. What am I doing? I'm gonna put it in there just in case. Korea. Maybe I should do South Korea. Nope. Japan. Nope. India. Oh, it's not India? What is the most spoken language? Hindi. In what city would I find the Kowloon Peninsula? Saugus. What historical highway connected Chicago to Santa Monica? Come on, dude. 93. 95. On what sea is the city of... Like, what are we doing here? What desert starting with the letter M can be found in the... Mojave. How do you spell that? Mojave. Mojave. There it is. What is the most spoken first language in Africa? Isn't it like Dutch? Nope. French? Nope. English? Nope. Okay, so I mean, hey, this is better than the first one. What river? I don't even know. I don't know a single. What is the world's second? Someone help me spell Kilimanjaro. Mount Kilimanjaro. It's not Mount Kilimanjaro? Okay, so I'm cooked. I for sure thought that's what that was. There's also the name Caesar. Caesar. You know what's tripping me is oh my god, the Selling Straight. I know this. Chat, for a second I was gonna type George Strait. Oh my god, dude. My brain is fried. Too much baseball, dude. It's just it's negating everything. Which Asian country has the highest population density? I gotta get this one. Sri Lanka. Is it one word? Lanka, no. No, that's Middle East. It's Middle East. Yeah, Mike, I can't use you, dude. If I use you, that doesn't count. Oh my god. I would have never gotten Papua New Guinea. You could have given me 1,000. You could have given me 1,000 of these. I never would have gotten Innsbruck. Berlin, I probably should have gotten that one. Hong Kong, I probably should have gotten that one. Arabic, never would have gotten that. Route 66, I definitely should have gotten. That's insane. So what do I win again? I don't know, dude. All right, I'm doing this one more time. Not that any of you care, but I'm doing this one more time. And if I lose, if I get less than 50% on this one, because I haven't gotten to 50% once. If I get 50% or higher, someone owes me 5 members. If I don't, I'll give away a Roman Anthony rookie card. All right, here we go. What de facto independent country does... okay, dude. Beale Street? Oh, that one is New Orleans. It's not? Okay, we'll come back to that. What city's walled area has Muslim... I don't know. What's the tallest mountain that can be seen? Are we kidding? By surface area, what is Africa's largest... Dude, come on. Okay, Sahara. We got one. In what city would one have encountered Checkpoint Charlie by trying to travel east to... What country is... what is the largest dam on the Nile River? Like, come on, dude. Okay, this is... Nelson Mandela was imprisoned on. Oh my god. It's over, dude. It's over. Oh wait, this is Johannesburg, right? Johannesburg. If I get that, Johannesburg. It's. I know this is Johannesburg for Nelson Mandela. I know it is. Oh, we got another freebie here with Smoky Mountains. Apparently, that's the only. Like they've run out of questions, but I'll take it. What English town is famous for its white cliffs? It's somewhere, isn't it? Somewhere in Scotland. What constellation is depicted on the Australian flag? Oh, for love of God, Orion's Belt? No. The Big Dipper? Nope. Little Dipper? I may be out on that one. What is the westernmost major city on mainland Europe? It's got to be somewhere in Portugal. Ibiza? Probably not. What's in Portugal, dude? Come on, Corbin. Dude, my mind goes blank on these. Oh, my God. What nation capital can be translated as Red Hero? I don't know. Tokyo? Nope. What national capital can be translated as Red Hero? Beijing? No. What is the currency of South Korea? The yen? No, that doesn't. That's so stupid. I'm making myself look dumb, dude. I'm making myself look dumb. Oh my God, you guys are getting what country is the world's top? We literally had this question earlier and I can't remember it. Tallest waterfall in the world? How am I supposed to know that? What canal connects to the Red and Mediterranean seas? Oh, for the love of God, dude. Panama. It's not the Panama Canal? I'm taking another Johannesburg. Like, come on. Amphitheater in Rome? There's got to be an amphitheater that I'm missing here. There has to be. I know there's an. I'm picturing it right now. I've been to it. What English town is famous for its white cliffs? That's a country. That's a country. That's a country. I can't believe this was my worst one. Oh, chat. We have to end stream. We have to end stream. We have to end stream. We have to. This is it. Memphis. I can't believe I didn't even come back to this question. I should have gotten that. This one, another one. Another one. Easily should have gotten this one. 2 out of 10. Cliffs of Dover. Isn't that a metal song? Oh, Corbin. Oh, it's Robben Island? Why did I think it was Johannesburg? The Suez Canal. I swear to God I know these. A baseball tree? Yeah, dude. Hold on. Let me redeem myself. Yeah, I'm giving away a Roman Anthony card. 1 second. I need to redeem myself here. I do. I need to redeem myself. Just give me like another one of those. That was easy. Okay, yeah, this will work. Just give me one. MLB team, 7 ways to reach first base. No. I don't want specific. Just give me general. Just give me general baseball trivia. 50 states quiz? Dude, okay. I could do the 50 states quiz. This is my redemption. This is my redemption. And then I will give away the Roman Anthony card. Oh, dude, you can't start with Missouri. Hold on. Indiana. Louisiana. All right. Oh, fuck. Sorry, excuse me. No, dude. Hold on. I got this, chat. I could do this. Hold on. These middle of nowhere ones are like impossible. Massachusetts we got. Okay, New Jersey. Rhode Island is here. Colorado is one of these. I don't remember which one. I think it's that one, but hold on. Oh, come on with these West Virginia. North Carolina. This is South Carolina. Georgia. Okay, so this is North Carolina. Michigan's the one that looks like a mitten. Kansas, we'll come back to it. Virginia, we'll come back to it. Washington, Georgia. Okay, we know where Georgia is. Maryland. This is Maryland. No, this is Maryland. Corbin. Pennsylvania's here. Utah. Who lives in Utah? Oh, no. One of these. This is Nevada, New Mexico. This is Arizona? Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Maine. Vermont. Okay. We're getting good ones here, chat. Alaska. All right. North Dakota is, I think it's this one right here. But I'm not going to do it yet. Hawaii. Okay. New Mexico. Oh, God. I think this is New Mexico. Actually, I think this is Nevada. I think this is New Mexico. Which one of these is New Mexico? Shoot. Huh! Ah. California, Oregon is okay again. Okay. All right. Let me get New England out of the way. Oklahoma's the one that looks like Connecticut. Okay. So we have New England, Texas, Mississippi. I don't know. Ohio is this one. Montana, Wisconsin, South Carolina we got here. Florida we got here. Oh, God. Alabama. Mississippi and Alabama are right here. These are Mississippi. This is Alabama. I think this is Alabama. Whew. Minnesota is right here. Arkansas. Again, who lives in Arkansas? Who lives in Nebraska? This has to be Nevada. No, this is Nevada. Missouri? Missouri's one of these. Indiana, Idaho, Tennessee. Tennessee's here. And I'm doing it. Tennessee's there. Colorado has to be one of these two, because this is Arizona. This has to be Arizona. Colorado's somewhere in there. West Virginia, I think, is this one right here, but I don't want to lock it in because I don't want to be wrong. Because I think this is Virginia and this is West Virginia. This is Kentucky. I know that one's Kentucky. Kansas, dude, these middle ones are gonna kill me. Washington, I think this is Washington. Okay. Utah, I think this one's Utah. I'm an idiot. This is Arizona. Okay. North Dakota. This has to be North Dakota. Okay, this has to be South Dakota. This has to be Oregon. This is Kentucky. Corbin, why are we doubting ourselves at this point, huh? Illinois. Mississippi. Montana, huh? Right there. Wisconsin. Like, these middle ones are going to be the death of me. I don't know where Arkansas is. I don't know where Nebraska. This might be Nebraska. Missouri, again, like, I don't know. Indiana, like, dude, I'm cooked. Oh, Idaho. Wyoming's in here. Wyoming's in here too, dude. Oh, no. This has to be Colorado. Okay. Oh, dude, I'm just ripping West Virginia. Whew. Kansas. I think this is Kansas. Is this Kansas? I don't know. Virginia's here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Iowa. Is there a baseball team in Iowa? No, I don't think there is. Arkansas. One of these feels like an Arkansas. Doesn't it just feels like an Arkansas? Dude, Nebraska. Is Nebraska here? Missouri. Okay, this is Missouri. Okay. See, Chad, if I just keep scrolling here, I'm gonna figure it out eventually. Oh no. Iowa. Is this Iowa? I don't think there's another. Oh, Indiana? Is Indiana one of these? Wyoming. Oh, my God. I'm going to panic here. Kansas. No! Iowa. Oh, is this Iowa? Oh, my God. Arkansas. Nebraska is. Okay, Indiana is here. Oh, my God. Wyoming's here. 86%. 86% is not bad. 86% is not bad. Listen. Louisiana was a big miss. Louisiana was the big miss. Outside of that, Wyoming and Utah, look at them. They look exactly the same. I think the two big misses were Indiana and Louisiana. Outside of that, I think I did pretty good. I almost got a 90 on this. The average score is 69, chat. I'm fine. All right, let's give away a Roman Anthony card. Oh wait, hold on, chat. Yeah, New Mexico was probably a big miss, I think. All right, type Roman. Everyone type Roman. Just like that, and you'll be entered. Mrs. Percy, yeah, not happy with me. I have to get Kansas, dude. I need a redemption arc. I might not leave stream till I get a good score on one of these. All right, one more second. I'm legitimately defeated, dude. All right. We ready? Ryan, are you in here? Ryan, are you in here? Ryan, email me your address at redseatradio@gmail.com. You don't need the size color, just your address. redseatradio@gmail.com. Please and thank you, and I will get you your Roman Anthony card. Dude, I am, oh my God, that was so bad, chat. Oh my God, that was so bad. I'm so embarrassed, dude. I'm actually going to get off stream. And do quizzes. That was the worst it's ever been. Someone saw this Red Sox stream for the first time ever, and they said, "This looks interesting." And they click on it, and it's me taking a geography quiz and failing. Even though I swear to God I have an above average IQ. I'm telling you, baseball has, focusing my life on baseball has totally wiped out every other. I can remember random statistics and random players. Like you asked me to name a random Red Sox player, I could sit here for 20 minutes and name random Red Sox players. All of that other information is gone. All right, chat. I'm heading out tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. It was an interesting one. Today was an interesting live stream. Mike, I appreciate you. Versatility sending in a I don't even know what to call that. A compensation gifted member. Thank you. I appreciate it. Versatility, that was kind. You didn't have to do that. I embarrassed myself on the main stage, chat. And next week we're gonna have to do better. We're doing a quiz every single stream with a giveaway if I don't get it right. Every single stream now. But tomorrow we'll be back. I'm thinking of talking about Peyton Tolle a little bit tomorrow. Because I think we have an interesting conversation here about him, and I will see you guys. Oh, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, I promise you I am a much better baseball talker than I am a geography taker. So if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button as well. Just helps us out. Lets me know you like them. We'll be back tomorrow, and as always, I will see you in the Red Sea.